Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Alrighty, gentlemen and ladies. I'm getting better at that. Let's do it. If you're not ready to learn, there's the door. Get out. You're not wanted. Nobody loves you. You're loved. Just get out. Home ec is down the hall. You're in the wrong class. Make me a sandwich. That's not specific enough. I don't know. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Battle of Geronium, 217 BC. Hannibal, Part 10, Second Punic War. Let's do it. This ruthless man, but he is, in my opinion, the smartest. I just watched as like my first like wake me up video, from the channel's called The Richest, and it was about Alexander the Great being worth in today's money like 1 point. Obviously, it's hard to calculate exact. He lived over 2,000 years ago, over 2,300 years ago. But calculating his wealth to like 1.6 trillion or 1.4 or something like that, and it made me realize how much Alexander the Great was the first sort of series that I learned about in this whole thing, and then I went on to World War I and Napoleon, and then I did Caesar. I'm doing Hannibal now, and so I really want to go. I want to be able to compare Alexander the Great, and he's just not fresh enough in my mind as Napoleon and Caesar and now Hannibal are. And I'd like to compare him too, but so far Hannibal is the most ingenious commander in my opinion, and also the most ruthless. Let's go. My name's Connor, if you're new. Did I say this? All the buttons. Hit all the things. Let's go.
Before we continue with Hannibal's journey, we have a recommendation for the fans of the channel. For those of you who would like to create a history website, look no further than Zyro. And you would like to create a history website, look no further than Zyro, a new powerful tool that will help you set up your online presence in less than an hour without any coding or design skills. It's so easy, even your cat could do it. Just use one of many beautiful and quick-to-load designer...
Just waiting to show any of the codes.
Features pretty much...
But let's be real. Reaction channel. I'm a reaction channel. It is extremely easy. I love how many subscribers I'm getting from it, but these people do the hard work. So any codes that he has, I'm waiting for those.
Sign up for free to test out Zyro.
Use promo code HistoryMarche. This is the kind of stuff that helps them out. So I'm doing the easy stuff, so I want to do as much as I can for these channels.
At least features. And use my promo code to get a 30% special discount for all Zyro websites.
If you do that, use that. It'll help them. Let's go. Shut up, coward. So I've said enough about the map, so I won't go on and on, but I especially love how it's got the 5-kilometer, 3.1 mile ruler right here. Read my mind, this channel.
Just as the sun rose over the plain beneath Geronium, the guards woke up Minucius. Hannibal was just outside the camp. For the second time, Hannibal positioned himself on the ridge, from where he could observe all activities in the Roman camp. Minucius was not about to allow him to control the engagement. The Romans advanced confidently, having previously driven Hannibal back from the same ridge and forced him to retreat.
I gotta get my water. I'm such an idiot. It was right here the whole time. Let's go.
His main camp. Minucius was now determined to finish the job.
So sorry, guys. Not the best start.
Forced him to retreat to his main camp. Minucius was now determined to finish the job. But this time, Hannibal was ready. As the Roman light infantry crashed into the Carthaginian line, it seemed like their push will again drive back the enemy. But just as his men began giving ground, Hannibal reinforced the line with troops hiding just beyond the ridge. Minucius responded by sending the Roman and allied cavalry up the hill. From his vantage point, it seemed that the Carthaginians have just about enough men to hold off his light infantry, and he was determined to break the stalemate. But as the Roman cavalry closed in...
Sorry, it just started pouring rain outside.
Stalemate. But as the Roman cavalry closed in, Hannibal called upon his Numidian and Spanish riders, who poured over the ridge. What seemed until now like another skirmish turned into a proper battle. Outnumbered, the Roman line quickly lost ground and was pushed back down the hill. With his cavalry fully engaged, Minucius was now unable to scout the battlefield for potential ambushes. Nevertheless, he ordered his legions forward, fearing that his troops in the front will get overrun. However, what the Roman general didn't realize is that he was sending his men straight into a trap. During the previous night, Hannibal led 5,000 Libyans and up to 1,000 cavalry, dispersing his men in groups of 200 to 300, ordering them to conceal themselves in the ravines, hollows, stream beds and tree lines to the north and south of the ridge. The skill and discipline of Hannibal's troops was evident in the flawless execution of this potentially dangerous operation. And now, as Minucius's heavy infantry advanced up the hill, they collided with the overwhelmed Roman cavalry and light infantry, losing their cohesion. At that moment, Hannibal signaled his concealed troops to attack. From the mountain slopes across the river to the north and the ravines to the south, Libyan infantry and cavalry leapt forward. Some 3 kilometers away, Fabius could see that another disaster was looming. Left with no choice but to help the embattled troops, he ordered his men forward.
Looks about 5 kilometers.
Back in the valley, thousands of Roman troops were being mauled in yet another perfectly executed ambush. The sequence and timing of events over the past 24 hours, all planned and orchestrated by Hannibal, so as to lure Minucius into sending his cavalry early on in the battle, thereby depriving him of the ability to scout the vast battlefield, which prevented him from discovering the hidden Carthaginian troops, ultimately resulting in his entire army being ambushed.
I'm pausing. So I said in a previous episode, might have been that last episode, how he deals with Fabius or Minucius or whoever. I noticed that I wanted to see if he would change his tactics with a different personality, with a different commander, and he's doing that. And I said it would either slightly dampen my respect for his military intelligence or greatly increase it even more. And the latter has happened. He's not just a one-trick pony who's really good at that one trick. He knows who he's fighting against. If it's someone who's more conservative, he's going to go around and who wants to stay in their fortress or their well-defended position. He's going to go around and start burning everywhere until you come down and meet him. And with someone like Minucius, who he knows is more Marshal Ney-like, I guess, is more offensive and what's the word? Come on. aggressive, then he's going to lure them into a trap and try and fight him open battle. And then when he sends in his cavalry, have people already set up on the flanks and go in. Hannibal is so great.
By now, many Romans gave up and fled, fearing another full encirclement. Seeing Fabius marching down towards the valley, Hannibal reportedly said, "That cloud on the mountains has broken into a storm at last." Finishing off those who weren't able to escape, Hannibal ordered his troops not to pursue, turning his army back towards the main camp. He did not want a battle of attrition against a numerically superior.
Also, guys, so there are similar figures here. The boxes with the X or the line in a lot of different channels videos, but I'm still finding it hard to distinguish, and I don't know if they do, between heavy infantry and light infantry and heavy cavalry and light cavalry. Clearly the single diagonal through the rectangle is cavalry. I'm not sure if that, I believe just the X's, I believe it's just the X's is infantry, the cross signal diagonal is cavalry, but I don't know if I'm missing some distinguished rectangle that means light or heavy. Sorry. That was confusing.
He did not want a battle of attrition against a numerically superior enemy, half of which were rested troops, while his own troops grew tired after hours of fighting. Having defeated the Romans yet again, Hannibal began settling in for the winter at Geronium. Meanwhile, the humiliated Minucius returned supreme command to Fabius, hailing him as his father as a show of respect.
Okay, I messed up.
Fabius,
Don't
for
spank
his part,
me, Daddy.
reinstated
Jesus
Minucius
Christ.
as his second in command, treating him with utmost consideration.
Sorry, I gotta shut up.
Fabius, for his part, reinstated Minucius as his second in command, treating him with utmost consideration. As the year drew to a close, the Roman army stayed at a respectful distance from the Carthaginians, though sporadic skirmishes between scouting parties and foragers continued throughout the winter.
I want to know what's going on in Iberia really badly.
Meanwhile, in Spain, the Roman strategy of putting more pressure on Carthage continued, as the Scipio brothers pushed south of the Ebro for the first time, successfully persuading a handful of Iberian tribes to join the Roman cause. This cause...
Guys, if you're gonna... I'm sorry, pausing again. I'm not sorry. If you're gonna watch any episode, any single episode, just for a good laugh, watch the one where, I believe it's Hasdrubal versus Publius Scipio, where the Romans just take all of their ships. It's very funny.
Iberian tribes to join the Roman cause. This caused grave concern for the Carthaginian authorities, who sought to restore their popularity with the tribes by organizing the return of the hostage children belonging to the tribal nobility, until now held at Saguntum to keep the Iberians loyal. The Punic commander of the city entrusted...
I'm so sorry I didn't hear that. Why am I apologizing? I didn't hear it. I'm going back.
Children belonging to the tribal nobility, until now held at Saguntum to keep the Iberians loyal. The Punic commander of the city entrusted an influential Iberian noble, Abelox, with returning the hostage children to their parents. However, in a stroke of luck for the Romans, Abelox instead brought the children to them as gifts and was handsomely rewarded. The Scipio brothers subsequently took it upon themselves to return the children to several tribal leaders, taking credit for their rescue. This resulted in massive support for the Roman cause from the Iberian tribes between Saguntum and the Ebro. Back in Italy, Fabius's 6-month term expired, and the Senate did not renew his dictatorial powers. giving temporary command to
Why not?
consuls Servilus Geminus and Marcus Attilis Regulus until the following elections resumed in just a few months' time. And now, as the year 216 BC rolled around, a Roman army of unprecedented size was being raised, as the Senate prepared to mount a major effort to engage and destroy Hannibal once and for all. Credit goes to our awesome patrons who make videos like this one possible. Consider joining them to support our work. You can also support us by subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell button to get notified when our new videos are released.
Awesome channel. Wait, I didn't... Quintus Fabius Maximus was greatly revered by later generations as the man who had saved Rome by avoiding battle, giving the Republic a breathing space to recover from the defeats at Trebia and Trasimene, and rebuild its strength. The Roman Senate resolved on mounting a major effort for the campaigning season in 216 BC. Gaius Terentius Varro and Lucius Aemilius Paulus would be elected consuls, and each given a double-sized army to destroy Hannibal. Excuse me. Both armies would remain in winter quarters until Hannibal moved towards Cannae in 216 BC. Awesome. The maps keep getting better and better. This is such a great channel. I was told by LightX7 that it'd be better to do episodes 11, 12, and 13 back to back to back because they're sort of kind of, yeah, they're chapter 1, 2, and 3. They're kind of one big episode. So if I don't do them in one single video, I'll make sure to, you know, put them one after the other out tomorrow. All right, till next time, guys. I'm going to be doing another one of the episodes in the History Matters English and British History, and I'm going to be continuing the Aurelius series that you guys voted on, second episode, and maybe do one of the recommended, or just do one that I want. See how I feel. See you guys next time.